Hi guys, so what I have in front of me today is a Game Boy Pocket, which I replaced the shell on it with a new white one, the buttons and silicone pads with new dark gray ones. It also has a glass lens on it, and when you turn it on, it consists of an IPS LCD, which is made by FunnyPlaying. So while I did this mod on February 12th, I find this mod to be amazing because the IPS LCD looks very stunning. So to make the IPS LCD brighter, use the contrast wheel and scroll down, as you can see. If you want the LCD to be dimmer, scroll up with the contrast wheel. There's also a touch sensor, which I put right here, and if you tap on the touch sensor with your finger, you can see the colors change on the screen. So there are 36 color palettes total for this IPS LCD mod, and if I were to place my finger and hold the touch sensor for a few seconds, as you can see here, I turned off the pixel mode, which is the grid, to make the LCD look more retro. And if I want to turn it back on, hold my finger on the touch sensor again, and ta-da! I turned the retro pixel mode back on. So my personal favorite color palettes with this IPS LCD mod for the Game Boy Pocket is this one here, which is a teal colored palette, and it would remind me of a Game Boy Light's color screen, because the Game Boy Light screen, when the light is turned on, it's like a tealish color or something. And yeah, so I used the spare Game Boy Pocket motherboard to perform this mod, and I replaced the battery terminals on it with newer ones, the capacitors with newer ones, and a speaker with the FunnyPlaying clear speaker, new one. So I'm gonna give you an inside look at this mod right now. Alright, so as you can see, this is the back of the motherboard, and as you can see here, this is the clear FunnyPlaying Game Boy Pocket speaker I was talking about. And I replaced all four of the capacitors with newer ones, and I replaced both the battery terminals with newer ones. And so, regarding the touch sensor, I made my own touch sensor. As you can see here, I used a piece of wire and copper tape and stick it to right there, because if I were to use the touch sensor included within this IPS LCD mod kit, I'd find it hard to stick onto, and it's like a ribbon touch sensor. So if I lift up the motherboard, as you can see here, I used white electrical tape to insulate the back of the LCD to avoid it from shorts, and the white electrical tape matches the white shell. And so yeah, I'm gonna put this thing back together. While I gave you an inside look at this mod, I'm actually using a white shell, which is made for fitment of the FunnyPlaying IPS LCD without trimming. And also on the back, as you can see here where the battery area is, the battery area on the back of the shell is flat. So if I want to install a rechargeable battery in this thing, I can do that without much trimming, because again, this battery area is flat, unlike the OEM Game Boy Pocket shells. Alright, so because I gave you an overview and inside look of this mod, I feel like I'm gonna wrap up for today. So if you like this video, why don't you give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to this channel for future content. And as always, see you next time and have a good one!